What's up, people? It's YourTotalWarMaster, and this is something completely different on my channel. We are going to do a rebuild Manchester United, kind of a short series, probably around 5 videos. In each one we'll go through one season. So in this first one, we'll basically try to better what was done in real life, because real life was pretty shit. United, of course, finished 6th. No cups, no trophies, nothing, absolutely nothing. So how I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna show you which transfer will be made, and then we're gonna stop at the halfway, somewhere in January, I'd say, to see how we've done. See if I do any more transfers in the January transfer window, and then ended up at the end of the season. No games will be played. I'll be doing training, of course, just simulating training, simulating all the matches. So yeah, let's see who we can get in the team. Okay, so before we go forward, I want to show the team that we currently have and what we're gonna do with it. Of course, this glitch again happened when these two went around. Anyways, Lukaku, I think we'll start up top for now. Then we're gonna have Martial on the left, Rashford on the right. Now we will sell Ander Herrera because sadly he is leaving in real life, and I do want to keep this semi-realistic. I wouldn't sell Herrera even if real life. He was one of my favorite players, but sadly we'll have to let him go. Of course, have Matic and Pogba in the midfield. Besides him, I think we'll need maybe one more player in midfield. Luke Shaw, Lindelof, Bailly, and Young are at the back, De Gea in goal. I'm looking to get a new centre back and a new right back. I think those are the important positions. Now on the bench we have Smalling, Dalot, Fred, McTominay, Pereira, Sanchez, and Lingard. I think I'll keep all of them, but maybe sell Sanchez. I'm not sure yet about that. On the bench, then we have Romero, Grant, Jones, Rojo, Valencia. Will sell him because, as well, in real life he's leaving. A great servant to the club. Sadly, a bit injury prone in this last season, and it's, you know, he's 33 in real life, so in real life he's going, so we're gonna sell him here as well. We have Darmian. He'll probably stay as a rotation player. These guys, I'll put some of them alone. Gomes, of course, a very good young player. Mata, I think I'll keep him. Chong, Greenwood, of course, very good young players. But yeah, I'll put all the players now that I need on the transfer list and try signing some players. And here we have our first signing. Kalidou Koulibaly came from Napoli, of course, a real life target for Manchester United in real life. We have sent Alexis Sanchez in the other way and also gave them 77.5 million, which is quite a lot of money, but he will surely make our defensive line much better. We gave him 195,000 per week, which I think is less than Alexis was getting, so we, I guess, get a bit better in that regard. And that means that Lindelof will be getting a new partner in the back line. It is Kalidou Koulibaly, and also Mr. Smalling will sadly have to go back to the bench, sorry, to the reserves, because I think Eric Bailly should be the player on the bench. Now also we have lost now Alexis Sanchez, which means I'll get Mata up there. We are missing now a pure striker on the bench, which is something I'll think about, but for now we'll keep it as it is. There are more important positions. We can still switch both Rashford and Martial up top, or even probably Lingard as a false 9 to replace Lukaku, but for now let's see who we can sign next. And straight after that we get Adrien Rabiot from PSG for 30 million. We gave him 100,000 per week. We got him on a cheap because he only had one season left on his contract, and that means that Ander Herrera will now drop up from the first team because sadly he is leaving in real life, and that means that I'll sell him here. I really, it breaks my heart. Ander Herrera is one of my favorite players, but hey, it is how it is. Adrien Rabiot in the team. Let's see who we can get next. And here we have the last player. Thomas Meunier has joined us from, well, the third player. I think we can send one more from PSG as well. And we have sent Ander Herrera on the other way to PSG. We gave them 16.1 million also, and we got him for 94k a week, and I think 840 signing bonus. So Ashley Young will sadly now go to the bench, I think, instead of Dalot. And now I have to think who will be my captain, because we don't really have a captain on our first team, and I just made a mistake over here. Who could be the captain of this team? It could be maybe De Gea, Lindelof. I'll think about it. And this signing number 4 is absolutely huge. We got ourselves Paulo Dybala from Juventus for 135 million euros and 190,000 per week, which is actually not that bad. The wages, the fee is a bit, yeah, but the wages are very decent. I'm gonna play him as a right winger. He can play as a cam or as a right winger, but I think his best position in this team would be as a right winger. And just imagine if we could get him in real life, that'd be just fantastic. And it also does solve our problem with needing another striker on the bench, and that is solved now because we have Marcus Rashford in that position. And I think I'll make 1 or 2 more signings, but those are going to be ones for the future. All these signings have been world-class current players already, so you know, Koulibaly, Munir, okay, Munir and Rabiot, okay, they're maybe not world-class, but they're certainly good players. And Dybala, of course, one of the best players in the world. So now I'm thinking of getting 1 or 2 players for the future. Here we go, our 5th signing of the season. Declan Rice has joined us for 15 million and will be costing us 33,000 per week. He is, as I said, one for the future. I don't think he'll go on the bench. I think I'll keep him on reserves for now. 76 rated, which is pretty decent. I think he's, how, 19 years old. So I'm definitely gonna be using him in some matches. Well, the AI will be using him because I will just simulate. But yeah, I think he's gonna be a good addition. Okay, what I always like to do before the first official game of the season is to go through the new players and give them the correct squad numbers I want them to have. So we have first Thomas Meunier. Let's see what we got for him. Anything lower? I don't think so. No, so I have to go. I don't think 19 is a good number. Let's see what else. 25. I mean, 25 was for Valencia, which we have sold. So yeah, let's have Meunier as a 25. After that, we should have Koulibaly, who got number 5. I think that's perfectly good. Declan Rice got the number 24. Is that alright? I think that's decent. Yeah, let's give him 24. Rabiot got a number 7. I don't really like that. Let's give him 21. Wait, who has 21 now? Paulo Dybala? Okay, and we'll give Paulo Dybala the famous number 7. I think he will deserve it. He's already 90 rated now. He grew for 1 more. I think these are all the signings we made. So yeah, some new changes to the squad numbers. I'm feeling pretty confident with that. And we'll start the season. I'll also meet you at the end of the first transfer window. We'll show you who we all signed, who we all sold. And yep, see you there. Okay, so now to recap the transfer window of summer. We have bought Rabiot, we have bought Koulibaly, we've bought Declan Rice, we've bought Paulo Dybala. Of course, in these deals, Sanchez went away, and I think Ander Herrera. We bought Meunier, and then we put Angel Gomez on loan. We sold Antonio Valencia. We have sold Phil Jones to Real Madrid. That's a bit of an interesting one. Then we loaned out Bohui, and we also loaned out Andreas Pereira, who I think next season will be a much more regular player if he gets a decent season out on loan. But I do think that also now we have to put someone else on the bench, and is a good option for Declan Rice, I think. Or should I go for someone else? No, I think I should go for someone else for a winger, which means Juan Mata gets back on the bench. I do feel I like to have 2 wingers, 2 midfielders, 1 striker and 2 defenders, like 1 center back and 1 full back on the bench. I never put goalkeepers on because they never seem to be injured in this game, so except if it's like a injury in training or something. So yeah, I think this is a decent team that will hopefully do some damage in both Premier League and Champions League, which we are in. And I will see you now in January. Okay, so we are at the halfway line. Manchester United, we are currently sitting in 5th with the same points as Chelsea in 4th, so it's not really a vintage season, but what the fuck? Brighton is freaking second, West Ham is third, Arsenal only ninth. It's an odd season. Southampton, Cardiff and Watford are not doing that well. Now you may ask, how did it go in Champions League? Well, it got... oh, damn it, didn't mean to do that. How did it go in Champions League? Well... this won't tell you all. This will tell you all. We are in the Europa League. We finished third behind Juventus and Valencia, which was pretty awful. But as you can see, we're still in the Carabao Cup. We're gonna play Liverpool in the semi-finals, and apparently Manchester City in the FA Cup at home. So yeah, we're not doing, you know, amazingly good. We had some key injuries along the time, like Shaw is right now injured, Lukaku is still out injured if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that definitely didn't help, but hey, let's see what we can do in the second half of the season. Okay, so we have one hell of a title race. We are second. It's basically the same scenario as in real life. Well, except that we're in Liverpool's place. So 75 points Manchester United, 76 points Manchester City. We have Cardiff at home. If it's the same as in real life, they should have what's it called? Brighton away. How can I check that? Okay. Yeah, Brighton away. So it's all down to this, because we've been kicked out of everywhere basically. We have lost to Monaco on goal difference. Over here, we first... okay, let's go to City first. We drew at home versus City, and then we lost away. And then we drew away at Liverpool, and I hope... okay, this is gonna make a win at home, but we lost 2-0 at home. So basically, the whole season is in this day. I think I still have to... yeah, I think Koulibaly is back from injury, another big injury we had. Although it was like for just a few weeks. So we're gonna bring him back into the first team for this game. Pogba was suspended in the last game, so let's bring him in there as well instead of Fred. And put Fred on the bench, and put Bailly on the bench. So yeah, I think this is the best team we can get up together. No injuries now anymore, so our first team is ready for this game. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna win it, but it's not about that. City must not win. So we'll be taking a look at latest scores. So we are winning 1-0 after the Bella penalty. Shaw makes it 2-0. And City scored, damn it. 3-0 for us now. I think it's still 1-0 for City though. 4-0. No, I think 5-0, but I think City have won their game. Yeah, they have. God damn it. We finished second in the Premier League then. I mean, it was a good run, you know. We were like 5th or 6th after the halfway, but yeah, now we are 2nd, which still means we'll play Champions League next time round. But yeah, let's check stats. Let's see who got the most appearances for us. It was Anthony Martial with 52. And then it was Lindelof with 51, Pogba with 51, Rabiot 50, De Gea 49, Paul Dybala 49, etc. Goal-wise, let's see who was the most lethal. Paulo Dybala with 24 goals, followed by Anthony Martial with 14 and Romelu Lukaku with 10, then closely followed by Rashford and Rabiot with 9, and then Pogba 8, and etc. Lingard's chipping in with 7, and then it goes down a bit. Assist-wise, the best was Paul Pogba with 10, Rabiot with 9, Dybala with 7, and have Martial with 6, and so on. Most clean sheets, it was De Gea, of course, with 15. So also let's see who grew the most. Dalot, Grove for 7, McTominay for 5, Rashford 4, Lindelof 4, Bohui 3, Martial 3, Chong 3, Dybala 3, and I think we have 1 or 2 players going down 3 actually. Lee Grant going down by 2, Ashley Young going down by 2, and Mata going down by 1, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, they're a bit older players, so it doesn't matter. Now let's check. Let's check. Top scorers and things like that. So in the Premier League, it was actually Marko Arnautovic with 20. Our best player was Dybala with 19. Oh, almost got the golden boot there. Assist-wise, Salah with 12. Pogba with 7, so quite a big difference. Fabianski with 13 clean sheets. De Gea with 13, so basically they share the golden glove. Yellow cards, red cards, doesn't really matter. Let's see who won all the other competition, although I think I might still have to wait for the Champions League and things like that. So Premier League, of course, Manchester City. Yeah, okay, we'll simulate a few more weeks and then we're gonna check at that. Okay, let's check now. So of course Manchester City is still winning the league. Then we have Crystal Palace winning the FA Cup against Manchester City in the final. That's quite an interesting one. After that we have, what is it, the Carabao Cup, I think. Liverpool have won it. Then we have the international, doesn't matter. UEFA Super Cup was won by Real Madrid. Manchester City has won the Champions League against Real Madrid. That's gonna happen ever. In the Europa League, Ajax won it. That's a nice one. And of course some cups. Yep, that's basically it. And I'm going to end this video over here. Next time we'll go for season number 2. We'll see how it's gonna go. Don't forget to join the Pleb Army, of course, but liking, subscribing and commenting down below. Join my Discord and Facebook, and until next time, back off.